Hi, and welcome to PDQ Live. I'm definitely not messing with my microphone right as we go. Okay, it's PDQ week. Today we are going to talk about SimpelMDM, Josh.
I'm excited.
I know, me too. Specifically, we're going to talk about zero-touch deployment.
Which is something that I don't know how to do, so I'm going to learn something today.
That's never happened before here.
Oh, it happens all the time.
I don't think we've ever done a show that you didn't know about.
No. Always, never, don't be learning.
Okay, well, I like that though. But
Yeah.
so we have some people on to show you how to do it.
Perfect.
We have Pepper.
Hello.
Hi, Peps.
Hi. How you doing?
Pepper's from Denver.
True.
PDQ week. We got to get everyone we can on to show us new stuff. And Zach.
Where am I from?
Indiana.
Oh my gosh, you got it.
Because that's where Stranger Things lives.
It is, yeah.
In
Because
Missouri.
it's totally not fictional in my mind.
We have Stranger Things, Corn, and Sadness, and that's pretty much Indiana.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So, okay, Zach and I want to have, or Josh and I, not Zach and I, you're Zach. We want to be able to configure a Mac, enroll it into SimpelMDM via Apple Business Manager, and then send it to the end user and have an out-of-box experience and have them not talk to us. And we don't want to touch it. Can that be done?
Yes. Out-of-box experience.
Out-of-box experience.
I like this.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay.
I feel like that's a new spiritual goal. Yes.
Yeah, and in this
Yes.
case, doesn't the end user get that glorious Mac experience of being able to undo the packaging themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then keep the box for like 4 years for no reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
But don't make them call us, okay? Show us how that's not going to happen.
No.
Okay,
So there are
perfect.
a few things that you need in order to get to the point where they are opening it up and just being like, ta-da. One of those things is having an Apple Business Manager account already set up.
Okay.
We have lots of articles on that we can put in the chat. The other thing would be making sure that we have it pointed at whatever MDM you want to do the auto enrollment. There are a few prerequisites for this. If you have computers that are already within your inventory that you don't have within Apple Business Manager, you can actually use an app called Configurator in order to put them into Apple Business Manager. In order to do that, you have to have a managed Apple ID within your Apple Business Manager instance that is either going to be an administrator or a device management. Here, go to the second tab, actually, over
Pepper,
here.
can you show us that?
Yeah, let's see. Our Apple Business
one right there.
Manager. Oh, wait,
So you're really just telling me that this is a role-based thing, but it's actually pretty easy. If I have a bunch of Macs in my environment that I did not buy through Apple Business Manager, because I'm new to it, right? I just
Yeah.
barely want to buy this.
Or you inherited a bunch
Or
of
I
Macs.
inherit them, yeah. But I want to add them to Apple Business Manager so then I can manage them with SimpelMDM. I'm just going to download Apple Configurator on my personal Apple device because I don't have a work device. Because you don't want to give me one because you're mean like that. I log in to Apple Business Manager, Apple Configurator on my iPhone with my federated Apple ID, which you've given me through Apple Business Manager.
I did.
And then I erase the iMac, because this is what I did this one. And then I bring it really close to the iMac, and it's like, hey, I know who you are.
QR code that you
Yeah.
get 2 iPhones.
It's like
same
a
thing.
camera kind
It's
of.
like, I want to pair with you so bad. Let's be best friends.
Yeah.
And then it knows it, and then bam, it joins it.
And it should show up
easy.
about right here on the country screen. The other prerequisite, if you're doing this with a device that hasn't already been purchased through Apple, is it does need to be 2018 device or newer. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Anything older than that, you can't just like manually put in with Configurator. So it is for newer devices, but assuming that your fleet is within those parameters, then you're good to go.
But to clarify, the best way is to buy it through Apple.
Or an Apple authorized retailer.
Okay,
Because when you do that, they're just going to show up in Apple Business Manager automatically. And then you can just tell them to go straight to SimpelMDM and you're good to go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Real quick, I do always like to mention, if you're going through this process, you're looking at enrolling these Apple devices and you've never done it before, you're struggling with it and you're using SimpelMDM, reach out to us because we hop on calls all the time, walk through migration plans, and just kind of, happy to do consult calls and get you there where you need to be.
Yes. So at that point, then you would be able to open up the computer and have your end user go through the setup process that you've already pre-configured in SimpelMDM.
Okay, so I'm home. I just took it out of the box. This is what I see.
Yeah.
Correct.
So for our audience, we've already built all this, but we're going to show the magic, and then we're going to show how we built it.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Let's do the magic.
So here's the magic. Tara, you are a new end user.
I'm so excited for my new Mac.
So we're going to choose our country here.
Okay.
We keep our, so as we go through all of these welcome panes, I've already gone through and chosen what welcome panes I want you to see. So I've chosen that I want all of my users to see accessibility.
Yeah.
We have a few things that we're able to put into this setup process.
And this is what the end user's seeing. As soon as they open it up, this is the stuff that they're seeing, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Even before this, there is kind of a newer feature that Apple has just released where we can actually set it to see what kind of software we have on this computer that we're sending them. And if it's not at the standard that we want it, we can have it pop up a little message that basically says, hey, you're on an older software. We're not going any further until you update.
The OS.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes. Which
I
is
love that we
nice.
haven't talked about the fact that Zach's wearing a Captain America outfit. Like, that's just his normal dress.
It's probably bad that it's not odd. It's not odd at all.
We're not.
This is tame for me, actually.
I know, I
is
like
normal.
it. Okay, continue, sorry. Okay.
Cool. So theoretically, I've just forced you to update your software. If it was on Sierra or something ridiculous, who knows?
Okay.
And then we're back going through our setup process.
Yep.
Kind of a pay to play to make sure you're within compliance, which we love. If your user can connect to Ethernet, you can skip this part. But we're gonna go ahead and.
Ooh, let's see if we can type live. This is my favorite, typing
See,
passwords
can't do
live.
Did I do it?
Ooh, let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, I
We're in
don't know.
suspense, too.
The pressure, I like
Austin
this.
takes the Wi-Fi down right now.
That'd be awesome.
That would be very.
He probably would.
Cool.
Okay, so now we see that we're about to join your enrollment, right?
Correct. So
Right,
we've
for new
connected to the
projects.
network. So
Okay.
now we are seeing our enrollment, where it's enrolled by, and then we can just go ahead and enroll. And now this, we love this, don't we, Zach?
That's our security duck.
That's our security doc.
Nice.
So this is the welcome page that we can customize. You can put whatever image you want in there. You can put whatever little phrase in there that you would like, which is nice. And
A lot of people do their logo of their business, but
Yes.
this is PDQ, so
We're
not
not
doing that.
professional. Yeah, we want ducks. Yeah, okay.
and then this cool feature too.
Yeah, so I really like this. This is part of a new addition to the welcome screen. So a lot of customers want to gather information during enrollment, right? So there are other ways you can gather it from like an IDP and stuff, but if you just straight up want your end user to say, this is my name, and then we can even give you a drop down for your locations, if you want to preset up some locations, you can gather some data, store that as attributes inside of SimpelMDM, and then use that in other places, either just as an inventory tool, or you can even inject it into profiles in different places, kind of like a variable.
A cool, for instance, is maybe I need to replace 50 Macs. So I just go by 50, and I just drop them around. I don't keep track of serial numbers. I don't
Yep.
keep track of anything. And I just wait for the end user to get it,
Yeah.
and then they'll register it for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do the
I
work
love
for
this.
Yeah.
I love this.
We love automation, don't we?
And you can also make these fields mandatory. That's another nice thing. So they cannot proceed past this screen until they select.
We're so
Don't
mean.
test that because I don't remember. If it's
And then we have a few different options here. I think that
We live in Flavortown.
We live in Flavortown. We're-
Yeah, I'm a little concerned for security duck in Flavortown, but Zach has assured me that it's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see.
We're gonna continue our enrollment here.
So now it's talking me through what it's doing, so I can watch in live time what's applying.
Right.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
like
right now
that.
it's applying all of the profiles that we've preset within SimpelMDM as just it enrolls.
So Zach, can you show us where those live and what they do?
Yeah. So we can talk about some of those profiles. So
Okay.
a nice thing is, number one, it's telling your end users that the device is managed by your organization. But so profiles are one of the most important concepts within MDM, and I always like to equate those to like Windows group policy. Right?
Yeah.
You're enforcing some settings. It works a little quicker than group policy, but you're just enforcing some settings.
Taking shots already.
Taking shot. Man, I was a Windows admin. I can play both sides. So we have some preset up. We have a lot more profiles that are available that you can create within SimpelMDM. You can even import profiles from other sources. But today we're just going to talk about a few that we've pre-created. So a big thing is file vault enforcement, right? So whenever your users enroll, you want to encrypt the user drive. You want that data to be encrypted, right? So we can enforce that even before they set up an account, that they encrypt file vault. And we can even escrow. There's a recovery key that comes with it, so you can get back into it if you need to. We can even escrow that key to SimpelMDM. That way, if somebody loses it, then you have that. And another nice feature is within SimpelMDM, you can restrict access to those secret keys to specific administrators if you want to.
Can I just stop you for 1 second? So you're signing in with your Apple ID. Now, I'm assuming this is a federated Apple ID, right?
Yes.
That you set up an Apple Business Manager for your users. And now I just want to call to this because this is pretty cool what's about to happen here.
Yeah, if we can show this, JJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Up on the main screen.
So a part of the zero touch deployment, at least what I've always done is I do it in partnership with iCloud. So here we have a federated Apple ID through the same Apple Business Manager instance that is pointing this device to SimpelMDM.
And now you notice it's going to go to Microsoft. So can you talk us through what this is doing now that you set up for us?
Yeah, so this works very similar to any other SSO app, right? Maybe I have like SSO for Lucid or SSO for Linear Jira, any of these other things. You're going to go and you're going to set those SAML or OIDC attributes. And what happens is you get this magic that happens with Skim. So if Andrea didn't have an account and she goes to sign in here, it's going to provision her account both ways.
Yeah.
So lucky for us, she is fighting Duo, which is fantastic. But once it's here, then we're going to have this federated
my
account
watch.
with SAML.
Yeah.
That's impressive. You just did that on your watch.
Yes,
is.
it worked.
So now we're signed in. And so that authentication process happened in Entra ID, Azure ID, whatever you want to call it right now. That just happened on the Microsoft side.
Big AD in the sky.
Yep, big AD in the sky.
I like that. I want to say
The
that.
big AD in the sky. Alrighty, we'll click through here. But yeah, and logging in with the iCloud through that SSO is also going to give us the ability to bring photos, notes, contacts, Safari bookmarks, all sorts of really cool stuff, and that's going to make it very touchless. We love that.
And that's
Also-
where, go ahead, Josh.
Oh, I was just going to say, so that all of that stuff that's going to come with iCloud is going to make this transition from like maybe an old Mac to a new Mac for that end user just seamless. So this is now seamless for me as the IT admin learning how to do this. I don't touch the device. And when the end user gets it, all of their stuff is going to magically go to the next one.
Totally.
This is so cool.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and,
nice.
and that's the nice thing about a managed ID, right? You don't want your end users all signing in with their own personal ID and having
No.
4 million pictures of their kids that everybody's got to manage now, right? So managed IDs allow you to segment that personal and work and just have it work.
Well, and the
Get
thing,
5 gigabytes
the
for
thing I
free.
really like is you can change their password and
yeah. You got
that's
some
my
control. You got some
favorite.
control.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, Pepper, you're doing a local account, right?
Correct. So right
Okay.
now we are creating a local account, but what's happening in the background is we also have an auto admin that's already created upon enrollment. So we've already gone into SimpelMDM and we've created just an auto admin that can be sent to all of our users. There's a lot of options with this, which is really cool. You're able to generate a completely unique password. You are also able to hide that admin account if you don't want some of your more tech-friendly users like knowing that it's there and messing with it. It can be completely hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super nice, and we have it
Can
set
you
up when we
show
go
us
in.
that,
Yeah.
where we configure that?
I can if I can find. So inside of are we on?
Yeah, you're
We're good. Okay, so inside of your enrollment that you create inside of SimpelMDM, and we have lots of videos where we've gone through this enrollment process as well. So there's tons and tons of content out there if you need it. You have the ability to prompt the user to create an account, right? But you also have the ability to create this administrative account, so automatically create it. And one really nice thing is you can randomize the password, so automatically generate a password. So kind of that similar concept where Laps is generating random passwords for each device admin account. You can do that here, and then we'll escrow those passwords again, just like the File Vault key, to SimpelMDM, so your administrative team has access to those.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really easy to set up.
so on the iMac that's happening now, Pepper, you're creating a local account, but in the
Correct.
background, SimpelMDM has done this magic thing of creating us an admin account that we get to use should something go awry.
that the
Correct.
user may not even see.
Yep.
You can
Beautiful.
hide it from them.
Beautiful.
And on the other side, the managed Apple ID also already brought in all the fields for that user based off of the email that you had federated as a managed Apple ID.
Nice.
Yeah, so lots of not touching, guys. We love it.
Let's go.
love
Let's
not
keep
touching.
going.
Yeah, keep going.
Cool. So we'll give iCloud a second here.
Okay, so back to the profile. So
Back
Zach,
to the
tell
profiles.
us what we're going to see applying here soon.
Yeah. So a lot of this happens in the background, but you will see some of it happening live. So we talked about the File Vault, right? Another thing that comes up a lot, in customer calls especially, is I want to make sure that my devices are updating. They're staying up to date, right? So you have the ability to automatically enforce macOS updates, so new updates. There's another profile you can use to even delay them if you want. So you can say, give me 90 days before I even present an update to the user, right? But this is going to let you alert the user, update automatically, install immediately. And then in the future, we'll have some even more advanced options as far as harassing your users until we forcibly update. So
Nice.
big stuff. And then just to go over a couple more, like I said, there's a ton of options. And one really, really nice thing, the flexibility of SimpelMDM is that you can import profiles from other sources, right? So if you use an iMazing editor, a third-party editor, you can import those profiles, which
Okay.
is awesome.
I see the single sign-on.
Single sign-on we've created.
Okay.
One really, really nice thing is web clips. So are you guys familiar with web clips?
I have
Tell
no idea.
us.
Perfect. I believe you. I believe that you're not. So web clips allow you to essentially put an icon, like an app icon on a device, whether that's an iOS device or in this case, a macOS device. And that icon is just going to let you, it's going to look like an app. It's going to let you just click it and it's going to take you directly to a website. So you can pre-set up a bunch of websites for your users, give them easy, one-touch access to get into those websites. And have them loaded during enrollment.
Yeah.
So all the stuff they need day one, all the websites they're going to use a lot, you can have right there in the desktop.
Pin it directly to the dock, so even the people that are completely challenged, they are able to see it and they know what's going on.
Yeah.
So like a desktop shortcut and
Exactly.
PC,
Yeah.
on PCs.
Yeah.
To a website. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thanks for helping my smooth Windows brain translate that.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going over here. So we see that just a bunch of preset settings are already good to go. We can go in and change them if we want to, but we're just going to click continue because we don't want to touch very much.
Okay.
Lovely.
Oh, well, we're in.
Okay, so
Sweet. So now we have our user account.
Hey, there's that Salesforce icon we were just talking about.
Yeah, we have our little web clips right down here on the dock, ready to go. They can go straight to Atlassian, Salesforce, Office, Slack, get all that set up as soon as they're in their user account. We'll go into our SimpelMDM software center here. And this is nice because you, the user, you can take a look and see what it is actually doing as it does it, which is super
Okay,
nice.
so this is when any of those assigned apps are going to start rolling in.
Correct. Exactly.
So that time that the first thing that most people do is they get a new device, and the first thing I want to do is go customize it.
Yes.
So while they're doing that in the background, SimpelMDM's quietly just putting all of these required
Yes.
apps there for them.
yeah, it's pretty silent.
Correct.
And that's a great call out, right? We can do, SimpelMDM can do what it needs to do, and they can get to work. They can start customizing things.
Yeah.
And
And just start seeing things appear in their dock.
Correct.
Like, ooh, here's new Slack. Oh, here's Chrome, whatever.
yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have the excuse now to say, my computer's locked up, I can't work. Like, you got to get right to it. But it works. So while you're doing this, would you want me to talk through Monkey a little bit? Yeah. So the watch is a little bit of a slowdown. So SimpelMDM has integrated an open source software called Monkey into the product. So there are a lot of different ways to get apps to your devices. So obviously the App Store is great, but not every app. So Chrome, for example, there's no Chrome Mac app in the App Store. So we use Monkey to allow you a secondary channel to deploy apps outside of just Apple's MDM protocols. So we offer, so you can see here that we have our app catalog. We have a bunch of apps that we've added to be able to deploy. So you can add apps from the App Store. But we also have a shared app library. And now this is a lot like the package library and PDQ deploy your inventory. We're going to build these for you, maintain these for you. When new versions come out, we're going to make those available for you to just deploy to your end users.
Cool. Can I put you on the spot, Zach?
You do a lot, so.
Can you show me how I would do that? Can you walk me through? Can we deploy a reader?
Reader to a device? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that. So I'm going to guess, well, let's see if there's a shared app for it, actually. We'll do that first.
Okay.
Perfect timing for this to freeze up. We'll do Acrobat Reader, right? So
Perfect.
we've got Acrobat Reader. It's already been added to our catalog, but if it hasn't, we'll just come in here to shared apps and hit add. That will add it directly to our catalog. Okay. Now, again, you can do this from the App Store. There's a couple more steps using Apple Business Manager. But essentially, the point that I want to make is that you can deploy any apps you want without your end user signing in with an Apple ID. No Apple ID required to do any of this.
Perfect.
I'm going to go over to assignment. So assignment groups are where you push apps to devices. Now, assignment is crazy complicated. Let me show you how hard this is, right? So you're going to come here and you're going to say, I want an app on the left side. Hey, look, it's right there for me, Acrobat Reader. Yeah. And now this is where it gets hard. I want these devices on the right side. That's the whole thing. That's all you got to do. So you can do individual devices or you can do device groups. We didn't touch on device groups, but essentially from a management perspective, it's just all these Macs need the same apps, the same profiles. This location needs the same.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's organizational.
Deploy, do things at scale is essentially what it is. And that's it. That app will go ahead and deploy. So right now, if you want that app to go out, which you'll see it anyway on here, but the app will go out immediately. There's no way. Everything happens through the cloud. I mean, literally, I've deployed apps to devices and seen them deploy in 20 seconds. So
It's fast.
Yeah, depends on the apps.
Cool.
it's great.
Here, give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna grab my phone so I can show you guys.
Yeah. So we're going to stall for Pepper real quick. But no, so the point is, the other thing you can do that's really, really nice that Pepper's going to show you in a minute is Monkey allows us to offer a self-serve storefront. So we have the concept of auto deploy, which is Josh saying, you're going to get these apps. I'm the admin god. You get what I say. But then there's also the idea where you can give them a storefront and say, these are the apps that we pre-selected that we say it's good for you. You can install these if you need to. And your end user can install, update, and uninstall apps if they need to that you've pre-selected.
So this is like a managed version of the App Store.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Pre-curated, but created by you.
And if I have a managed Apple ID and this, I also don't even have to sign in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Yep.
Dak, can you quickly go to Apple Business Manager and show how you add the apps to SimpelMDM?
You know, I would love to, but
Let's do it.
we're signed out of it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Pepper couldn't get back in. So
All you really do is you go to Apple Business Manager and you say, here's the apps I want, and most of them are free. You just say add, and it adds it to your enrollment, and then they pop up in SimpelMDM, and then you deploy them. It's really easy.
A concept I like to explain is it'll say licenses, right? So it'll say how many licenses do you want, but for free apps, the licenses are free.
Yeah.
It's just essentially a way to tie an app to a device on Apple's end. So it lets you, again, deploy. That's one of the biggest things. It lets you deploy apps without your end users signing in with their Apple ID, which is amazing. So if you want to go managed ID, you can. If you want to go no IDs, you can.
So we've got a couple of questions.
Okay.
We can't display them on the screen because it's a different input, but
I mean, I can run back there.
No, it's all good.
I'm teasing.
Let me just read these to you.
No questions, please. No questions.
We'll sit here in silence. Where are, because you were talking about magic videos, and they're asking, where are all these magic videos located?
They're in my head.
Yeah, we actually have, in the cafeteria, we have a Samsung smart fridge that we host all of the videos on. So I can give you the link to. I've made that joke too many times now. You can find, all the videos are on our YouTube channel. So you can find them there. You can also, the knowledge base. A lot of the PDQ is really, really known for our content, and SimpelMDM is the same way. So you can find all that same content, articles, videos on our YouTube channel. If you're looking for something specific, feel free to reach out and we can get you, how to get started, how to answer certain questions, how to do certain things. Pretty much anything you're looking for, we have, or we will force Tara to make a video.
Yeah,
about it.
or you could simply email us as well, and we'll send you a link. But,
emails to the fridge.
Here's another question. Can it set the default browser?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That is a good question. I believe so, yes, but it's through a
Custom configurations.
So you could do it. Yeah. So
Or
for example,
Chrome.
if you want to set
Enterprise.
Chrome as your default browser, there's like if you use an iMazing, like a third party, you can, as part of creating that profile, you can say make Chrome my default browser.
Yeah.
So you can. It's just through a profile.
And Safari will cry in the corner and screech a lot.
You can actually disable Safari through SimpelMDM, but I'm pretty sure someone flies in from Apple.
Does
and
Apple know?
Yells at you.
I'm the one that flies in.
Okay.
Yeah, Pepper shows up.
Woo.
We have one last question if you're up for that.
Always.
Okay. Will these URL shortcuts be individual on the dock, or can it stack them?
Can you stack it to the right of the dock, Pepper?
The URL shortcuts.
I'm talking web clips?
Yeah, web clips.
I
They
don't
show
know.
up.
I don't
So
know.
they're to the right of the dock right there. I don't know if you can stack them, if they just keep going and going
Or,
and
but
going.
like have them default stacked? Is that the question though?
Yeah.
That I'm not sure. I don't know if that would require a custom configuration profile. We can look into it.
I'm
but
going to
I don't
guess you
know off the
can.
top of my
Yeah,
head.
we can look it up after this.
That's a good question.
I don't actually know.
I'm not sure.
You're too fancy. Stop it.
So fancy. But over here on the iMac side, we could see that everything is coming through. If we go over to our applications folder, you can see that we have some of our applications coming up here. We got some Discord, we got some GitHub, we got Chrome. We have our Word stuff coming through, our Office stuff coming through.
Did we log into Office yet?
No, we
So
can't
you're
do
supposed
See
that.
how amazing this is? In a matter of 23 minutes,
Yep.
we went from welcome screen to fully functioning,
Right.
personalized device.
We got our bookmarks, all my bookmarks I like to use for work.
And Josh, with the end user doing it at home, they won't even have the time delay of my bad jokes and you explaining things to them. So even faster.
Yeah,
Even faster.
Yeah, probably sub 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If you have photos,
Well, and just like on the
Windows
PC.
over.
Oh,
Can
look
I
at
ask you a
the
question?
photo.
Why
Wait,
are there so many
look at
photos
the
of me in here?
photos.
I don't even live in Utah.
Oh, there's Where's my dog?
We have the full outfit here.
That's last year's outfit.
You can see how much weight I've gained in the last year. It's great.
We have
Look at
lots
the
of
OG team.
all the OG.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Look at your little baby. Wait, go back. I
Wait,
want
where
to
was
see.
Josh?
sorry.
Yeah, go back.
I want to see Josh's little baby face.
What?
Look at you.
You talk about a glow up. Look at you.
Thanks, Zach.
Oh, Zach, look at your picture.
Oh,
Wait,
I
go
do
back
like
to
that
Zach.
one. I do like
This
that
one?
There's Wayne.
No, the one of me and I think Matt on the raft.
Yeah, go back.
On the
go back.
raft.
I literally, my entire job here is
Oh,
making
here?
jokes and memes. I don't know how I work this.
Yeah.
All right. So this is fantastic. I think
I wanna
the
see the
last thing we
pictures.
wanted to cover today, guys, was Office, right?
Yes.
Because we use managed Apple IDs,
Yeah.
the cool stuff that we can now do, right?
Indeed.
Cool. So I think if we go back to the TV here, Pepper's going to sign in one more time and hopefully pass the dual prompt on your watch.
And be attempted to be thwarted by your duo.
Not show that on the screen.
Yeah.
It's going to function just like you expect on the PC. You sign into one and then it grabs her credentials. But I really want to see the picture.
I just love that if Josh wasn't here, we would have just looked at pictures
I
the
know.
rest of the
Why,
webcast.
why,
Here,
why
just
are you taking my fun away? I
Thanks
wanna
for
see the
keeping us on
pictures.
track, Josh.
Enjoy the
Appreciate it.
photos for a moment.
Don't let Tara,
Here you
don't let Tara
go.
corrupt you.
I'll be a party pooper. Sorry.
Jeez.
Cool.
I'm approved, so yes, my device. Beautiful.
I don't know.
And here we are.
Oh, you're fine.
So we're signed into everything at this point.
Click it again.
Should be.
There we go.
All right.
Got a success.
It's still installing.
This is where we can frequently leverage that existing SAM-a-lot that you've got set. It doesn't have to be Entra.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a big AD in the sky. It can
Be
other-
Big Google in the
Big
sky.
Google in the sky if you want. Yeah.
If we go to PowerPoint.
Big,
called?
Big Octa in the sky.
Big Papa. Who's Big Papa?
That was what they called the brush at the one.
No, that was Little Mama.
Little
oh, wait,
Ma-
Big
no,
Papa.
that was that Big Papa? Wasn't it? Little Mama, Big Papa.
That was our
Little
paintbrushes.
baby.
I mean, it's Biggie Smalls.
I just
It's
kept
Biggie.
saying
I don't know what
Little
you're talking
Mama.
about.
There's
all
such
night.
little context. Okay, so cool. So we opened up PowerPoint after signing into Word with our duo, and we can just go
authenticated?
straight into start using PowerPoint. We don't have to
sign in
log in again. Yep.
Nice.
So our extensible SSO is working, which we love. I know this is a very busy screen here, but as you can see, we have a lot of action going on in 27 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but that's one of the fastest onboards that I can ever hope to have. That's pretty fast.
I absolutely love it. I think we've got just a few minutes left. Zach, Pepper, any like kind of final, this is really cool, you need to check this out?
Yeah, well, I do want to mention a couple things really quickly if I can. So number one, I know we're talking about Mac enrollment today, but SimpelMDM manages any of your Apple devices, right? iOS, tvOS, not watches, but we even have some customers who manage iPod touches still. So it's happening, man. It's
love
happening.
that.
Hey, we're one of them. We have one iPod Touch.
Oh, we do? Okay. All right. So we're eating the dog food.
Yep.
The other thing is if you get SimpelMDM and you've always wanted a Mac, it's a really easy way to make your administrative team give you a Mac now.
It's true.
So some things that I do like to touch on are that you can, and Pepper, interrupt me if you have something here, are that you can run scripts. I think that's huge in Apple world. So you can create scripts. I don't actually know if I can I show any of these?
I don't have a CrowdStrike installed, so it's
Okay.
not really going to do anything, but you can certainly go into it.
So you can create scripts here. Anything that will run on the device, you can run a script here, right? So whether that's Apple script, Bash, whatever it is, you can do that here. And then you can not only run those on command, you can run those on a schedule if you want. So you can schedule those as jobs. And you can schedule those scripts to run. So we have I talked to a customer the other day. He has a script that actually runs every morning on all of his devices that I can't remember, enforces
So
something.
using it like cron.
Yeah, literally, yes.
All right.
You are. And it's easier to schedule than trying to
yeah.
learn cron.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Or the various implementations,
Don't
whatever
make me
Azure is.
think.
Yeah. We that's what we're here for. The other thing I like to call out, now we don't have anything to show, but SimpelMDM has a really, really great API. So 95% of anything you can do in the web and in the interface, you can do through the API, and obviously more with automation. And Josh, I'm sure that you have used some really terrible APIs in your life, terribly documented. SimpelMDM API is fantastically documented. Even I can use it. Even a Windows admin like me learned to use it. So,
Wow.
I know.
That's a compliment.
Amazing.
Pepper, anything to add?
Just that as we're seeing all these applications pop up, you keep in mind for stuff like Zoom, right? We always know that Zoom's going to come up and require certain admin credentials in order for it to be able to function with the mic and with the camera. You can always set a privacy preference profile that auto deploys with your enrollment so that the user is able to go right in, log in with their federated Apple ID, and be able to use whatever app right away, even if it has any kind of of privacy restrictions with the security.
That's really cool. I think the other place that you see that commonly is in maybe like some remote assist tool, like in the privacy setting, wants to be able to record the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like that. And, you can bark and ask for credentials and give people an option, but with those privacy profiles, you can just kind of make that happen.
It's super nice.
Yeah.
Zero touch.
Love it.
All right. Hey, Zach and Pepper, thank you so much for showing us this.
Thank you.
Love it.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, for PDQ, I'm Tara.
Josh.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching our webcast today. If you have additional questions, you know what? Reach out. Touch someone. And actually just ask us questions and we'll get out there and answer them. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you back here next time.